Alright, time for another update. Been slacking for too long. It's actually cooled off now. I came out here, it was about 100, felt like about 200. 90 degrees because, let's see if it'll dim down, but I don't know if you can hear the thunder in the distance, but it's starting to cloud up. We just got done with some rain. Lightning, thunderstorm, looks like it for the most part passed over. Anyways, been working on the passenger side. I did the insides of them last time and got them fitted. Decided to go ahead and do the outsides too, since all these are just spot welds that are going in here. Figured I'd get them a good coating and I'll just scrape off or sand off a little bit of the epoxy where the welds are going, weld up, and then epoxy over them again, the little spot welds to make sure I coat it good. But anyways, this one I kind of screwed up. I was kind of rushing to beat the rain because originally I had them set out right there, so I had some room to spray. That didn't work out. I had to end up moving them in. They started raining before I actually got to start spraying. And in the rush of all that, I don't know if you can see that tons of orange peel. That's what happens when you spray at 90 psi. I forgot to adjust my regulator whenever I went to spray. So needless to say, this one got a lot of coating. It really wet. This one, however, I noticed after I screwed that one up, and it sprayed well. A bit of an angle I can get, you can see all the scratches from where I scuffed the shit out of it with 80 grit, or I think 80, 100, 120, something like that, whatever it was. I don't really know. Not worried about these, you don't see them. But overall, it came out good. Except for, of course, having spray in here kind of sucked. I'm sure I got some runs on this back section. And I'm sure I put it on pretty thick because I kept hitting the damn car right here. And I kept hitting those on the front. But anyways, they're coated. Let them dry. Got them fitted up the other day. So when saw a fireman using one of these, had to go out and get one. Little spot weld C-clamps or whatever. The lock jaws. And I also picked up some gloves like he uses. I'm tired of tearing through these mechanics gloves. I'll run through them quick. Those appear to hold up fairly good so far. These are all of about maybe 3 weeks old. About my 30th set. They're expensive. Tired of buying them. Those were like 10 bucks for a pack of 12. So, or not even that. They're 5 bucks I think for a pack of 12. Northern Tool Supply, I think. Check them out. They got a, I guess they're kind of like a Harbor Freight, sort of. But they're pretty good. Excellent customer service. I ordered a shop stool that's up in my garage. Showed up with a little cut on the seat. Called them. They shipped one out. Or I didn't even call them. I got on the website and chatted them. They sent out a replacement one that second. Like immediately I got a shipping notice. And she said she's sending me a return label. So she said just swap the seat out, throw the bad seat back in the box, and drop it back off. So I was like, alright, works for me. But anyways, this, I threw some epoxy on it as well, and I don't know if you remember that wasn't epoxy. I went ahead and epoxied the inside of this one, since I didn't before, and coated that, what is that, B-pillar or something like that? I don't even know. Anyways, where the rear window goes, I coated that with epoxy. This, I had to cut the shit out of to get it to fit up. I don't know if you can see that well, but where I cut back, and I had to kind of round it off right here, and I had to bend this down and hammer the shit out of it to get it to fit in right. It seemed like it went pretty well. Something I did on the other side, and I wasn't thinking, the seatbelt brackets that go right here, I had cut in, and it looks like they're welded on the top and bottom, but it's actually fused to the frame rail. I guess it's heat pressed or whatever, I don't even know, but anyways, it's attached to the top of the frame rail too. You can't really tell. Doesn't look like it's not spot welds, but it is attached. It will not come out. So what I did was I cut in, and then I took a sledgehammer pretty much and hammered them inward so the wheel wells would fit. And then stupid me not thinking, by the way, these are nasty, I'll clean them up later. Not even thinking that, the wheel wells here, the nut for the seatbelt is right here. It fits. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to bolt in a seat belt. So I don't know what I was thinking when I did the other side. I'm going to have to go back and chop it out over there. Let's see. Sorry for the shakiness. But yeah, right there. That nut. No in hell it's going to be usable. I'm going to have to move it to right here, maybe. I don't even know if that'll be too far inward. I might have to delete that and go with some kind of 4-point harness type setup in the back seat if I even decide to keep it. I don't even know. But I'd like to have a back seat, even though it'll be a semi-roll caged car. It'll be at least a 4-point, if not a 6-point. And I plan to do detachable bars, so when I'm not going to the strip or anything, I can take them out. I can take out the door bars, and it'll be like a normal street car. But I'd like to be able to, keep my back seat belts. But anyways, this coated pretty well. I didn't go and clean them up completely the best I could. I just wanted to get a coating on them. I had extra epoxy, so I threw it on there. I'll go back and clean out these sections, I guess, where it has all this, not filler, but that like seam sealer putty shit. And then a little bit of that was up here. I didn't get all that off. I just scraped off a good bit and scuffed everything and cleaned it. But as I said, none of that seemed to be rusted at all. I had extra epoxy. I went ahead and sprayed it down. Figured nothing, or something's better than nothing. What else have I done? Get out of here. I think that's all I have done so far. Is just played with this side over here. Got that light too. That was all $6 from Northern. But anyways, my next step, once those finish drying, throw them back in here, tech screw them in place, and then I'll start cutting away at this quarter, getting ready for when I order the new one, which it looks like it's going to be fairly soon. I still need to weld in that floor to the quarter on both sides, like this section here. This lip I have to make for it to attach to. Haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with that. I don't know if I want to do just literally weld in this butt to it, or if I want to do a flange. I might have to fill some gap in on the other side, I know. I even thought about making like little L brackets and doing kind of like spot weld spacing. I don't know if you can gather what I'm talking about, but pretty much just like an L like that, maybe an inch wide, that'll weld to the floor here and then curve down, or even curve up, since it might be hard to get to the other side to weld since the frame rail's there. But none of it's really going to be seen. I figured the little L bracket looked better than trying to fab up a whole piece, and it'll add the stability that I need back here. I've still got to come back later on once I get this thing on rotisserie ready and fix this jumbled mess where I had to hammer the shit out of it to get the frame rail in. I'll figure out what to do with it later. I'm dreading making this next order though, because I need to order the front fenders too with it, and a door, and that's like I want to say it was about $1,000 order last time. But I don't want to have to pay that $250 shipping or whatever it is, $175 truck freight twice. And I know I need to get it on the floor before I even go trying to align stuff, so I've got to finish up my rear end and get my axle back in here, which is another thing that's going to be a pain, because I really can't or don't want to do the axle until I have the quarters on, and I don't really want to weld the quarters on until I get it aligned with the door and the front fender and all. So I guess I'm going to have to guesstimate with the quarter tech screwed in place, because I'm getting my axle cut down and custom shortened to width for my mini tubs, so I can run deep dish wheels. I want the hub to be as far back or as short as possible. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to come up with that to a perfect. I'm going to just kind of have to guesstimate it a little bit and add a little length to it if in doubt. I think that's it for now. The only other thing I've been piddling with was putting a motion sensor lighting setup in my safe and messing around with my Dodge Neon, trying to clean it up some and fix it. I gotta modify where the radio was because I put a double din Navi in it, and they don't make any kits for them, so I modified and made my own custom dash unit. So the AC, well not the AC, but the like the cigarette lighter, my defroster and stuff that was there, I have to make my own piece for it to go in at the bottom pretty much. So I'm gonna have to fab up something. Gotta do that soon because I'll be prepping to sell that in about a year or so. But until next time, I'll probably be welding next video, or yeah, it probably will be welding next video. Either doing this back sections where that gap is, tying that in, or something along that line. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, sorry for the kind of thrown together, not well thought or pre-planned video, and carrying on. Made it a little longer than I wanted to for a quick update. Oh, I know what else. I noticed something today, and I don't know if it might be just because mine is kind of old piece of junk, but I got this idea from Fireman using this pressure pot sprayer for the wax and grease remover. I noticed mine today had yellow on my glove, and it has like an oil coming from this. I don't know if the wax and grease remover is interacting with the plastic or something causing it, or if because I don't have any kind of silica or air trap, any kind of trap on that, I might have to rig up one of these on here. But anyways, it looked like it was oil coming from this, and I'm wondering if something like that had anything to do with your fish eyes, maybe. I really don't know. I don't know if you had tried, well, actually, I'm pretty sure you had already tried just plain old pouring wax and grease remover on a rag and doing it that way. I think that idea came along later. But it didn't seem like it was getting on my panels any, and mine sprayed out fine, so maybe that has nothing to do with it. But I need to order another one because mine had my O-ring that came in it was dry rotted, and I used one out of a universal kit, and it doesn't fit too well. So when I spray mine, it wants to continuously spray air. It'll pretty much shut off the fluid pull, but it'll keep spraying air. So I need to just dump out $30 and get one off of eBay or something. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Sorry for carrying on. Till next time.